Hello, my name is Carlos Pérez Marín from the University of Córdoba. And in the next lesson, we're just going to explain some aspects related with the production system in small ruminant with a special focus in sheep. The small ruminants farm offer different products to the industry. We can find meat, milk, wood, or leather. They can use natural resource and pasture, which are not profitable for agriculture, and they transform this pasture in protein of high nutritional value for human. Also, small ruminants have high adaptive ability to live in arid or semi-arid areas or other, and since their production should be linked to rural areas, they keep people to the territory and fight against the depopulation. Finally, we mentioned that they have positive impact on the ecology, and they favor the fertilization and dissemination of seeds, or also they clean the vegetation in the forest. The annual revision by FAO in 2018 inventoried around 1,200 million head of sheep of the world. Asia is the major producer, followed by Africa and also, but far away, by Europe. In general, sheep production has increased around 16%, but in contrast, Europe has reduced the number of heads around 18%. In extensive production system, animals are rearing or grazing in big pasture areas, which could be fenced, enclosed, or could be pastured on foot. Animals are enclosed during night for control and protection, but little or no feed supplementation are done. It is more frequent in arid or semi-arid areas, and breeds adapted to the environmental condition are used, mainly local autochthonous breeds, and the production is limited since they are grazing in areas with restricted access to native vegetation. The meat production should be the only product, but wood should be also produced in sheep. However, in other type of system, more productively advanced in these extensive systems, the agricultural residues of farmer after harvest are used for animals, mainly during dry season, while this pasture quality is moderated. Animal density should be low or medium. These animals usually have a lifespan longer than under intensive system. Usually, females reach 10, 12 years old, and male ram usually reach 4-6 years old. Then their cost is lower in the long term than in intensive system. The aim of these systems are to reduce the cost per animal and per productive unit. On the other hand, we have the intensive production productive system. This system offers access to pasture during part of the day and grazing occur after the harvest, and they receive nutritional supplementation during the most of the year. Then these animals are located in areas with high agroecological potential, usually with frequent rainfall. The genetic merit of this animal should be higher, with specialized breeds for a defined productive purpose. Animal density should be medium or high. But there is another industrial intensive system based on feed in a manger or a no grazing. They should be linked to the milk, meat, or wood transforming industries. In this case, feeding, reproduction, genetics, health, and management are strictly controlled. The animal's density is too high, and farm must have advanced facilities and management. In Spain, the most frequent systems are the traditional extensive production, including pastoralism in short distances, semi-intensive farms, and housing-intensive systems for milk and meat production with selected sheep. Under extensive systems, animals are not stable and they rared hide areas, usually fenced, and supplementary feeding is not supported, only perhaps during summer. It is expected one parturition per year, but this is a very low reproductive efficiency. Low profitability and technification can be found in this kind of systems. As before mentioned, animals can be reared under stable grazing or pastoralism, as are transterminans, transhumans, nomadism, but usually strict nomadism is very rare, it's not usual in Spain. Semi-extensive systems offer housing to the flock, not only during night but also during lactation and at the end of the gestation of the pregnancy. Supplementary feeding is provided at different phases, and reproduction is better planned using hormonal treatment to overcome the non-favorable breeding season. Linked to the mentioned management, facilities are improved with better health status in the flock. And finally, intensive systems are less frequent in this species. It requires higher cost and it is mainly requires for milk production. Then breeds are more selected for the aptitude required, and reproduction and genetic aspects really important for the farmers. Animals do not graze, are feeding on stable, on manger, showing high technification level, and the health status is absolutely critical for their farm. After this snapshot about sheep production systems, some factors conditioned the type of system as genetic background, reproduction, health, nutrition, or herd management and facilities. All the breeds are not similarly adapted to the different production systems, and they should be chosen according to their rusticity and environmental condition. Then we can choose autochthonous local breed or selected breed, depend on the aptitude of this animal. I mean, meat aptitude, milk aptitude, or dual purpose, meat plus milk. It's also important to have into account that in order to maintain the selected animal base in the flock, is used the replacement of animals into the same herd or flock, and also the genetical improvement is obtained based in the selection of biological and economical characters. Then animals should be selected and crossbreeding is used, and in the case of intensive system, artificial insemination are a very interesting tool. In brief, one lambing per year is used when there is only one lot in the farm. Mating is done during the breeding season, and parturition occurs when the lamb meat price is higher. To the seasonality, rebreeding occurs also during the next month. It is necessary to have a high number of rams of male and enough space to house all the sucker ewes. Three lambings in 2 years require two lots. When one lot is in the mating season, the other one is in the last month of pregnancy. Obviously, it is used in intensive systems. And finally, Star System offer 5 lambing in 3 years, but it's very intensive protocol. Animals are inseminated or mated at early weaning, around 45 days after parturition. 3 lots are essential: mating, lambing, and mid-pregnancy. And in this case, high manpower is absolutely necessary. And we can ask, what products are obtained from sheep? Sheep, these animals offer meat, milk, wool, leather, and also they can be sold for replacement. It offers some income for the farmer. Also, manure can be considered as a product in intensive farm. In relation to meat production sheep, it can be found animals with light carcasses, which are the most demanded in Central Europe, as suckling lamb, grazing lamb, or feeder lamb. But also there are heavy carcasses, animals with heavy carcasses, and they are adult animals that are cool, but also lambs with longer fattening phases. In general, these heavy carcasses are around 20 kilograms. Suckling lambs are produced in milk aptitude farms, and they are no older than 30 days old and 10-12 kilogram live weight. They are feeding only based on milk from maternal and artificial replacer milk. On the opposite, feeder lamb are produced for meat or dual purpose breeds, and they are raised in industrial feedlots. Two phases are followed for their production. First of all, animals are feeding with milk during around 1.5 months, but they access to good quality hay since the second week. Then, from 1.5 or 2 months, animals are fed based on pellet and straw, being classified according to their weight, gender, breed. It is important to obtain the maximum number of lambs linked to the fertility. It is important to obtain the maximum number of lambs linked to the fertility and prolificacy of reproductive females and to the health management, I mean mortality or culling rate, and also to reach high carcass weight based on the genotype, growth rate, conversion indexes, market preferences, product quality, among others. In relation to the milk production, the breed and genetic selection influence on the quality and quantity of milk, as observed in this table. You can see different breeds: Greek, Spanish, Serbian, and Turkish breeds, sheep breeds. They have different quantities of milk production, and also fat, protein, and lactose content are changing depending on the breed. Other factors involved are the corporal condition, lactation phases, age, parturition and number of lambs, weaning, feeding, or nutrition, health, or milking routine. Finally, wool is an appreciated product from sheep. It can be observed in this figure that wool is one of the natural textile fiber used by the industry. You can here observe the production of sheep wool in the world. Australia and New Zealand, with also China, are the main wool producers in the world. Animals are sheared one time per year, obtaining crude wool. This product does not offer a significant profitability to the farmers, and wide differences are observed according to the fineness, length, or color of this wood. In sum, there are different sheep production systems, and they are linked to different economical and social status, and of course to the territory or farm size, which determine the selective system, the sheep production systems.